to Wild Moos. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Amy.
And we are bringing you a real, raw and raucous podcast.
An unfiltered truth behind running a business and running a family.
Dive in. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm alright, you?
Yeah, it's been a long time, Nick.
It's been a long time. I should have left you. What is that song?
I have no idea. I think you've trashed it, whatever it is.
I think it's Aaliyah or a liar, whoever.
Aaliyah.
Some people say a liar.
Oh,
First you don't succeed. That's what it is.
I hate that song so much. Oh my God, it's been so long. What have you been up to?
What haven't I been up to?
Beavering away.
Yeah.
Marketing the shizzle out of marketing, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
You've had some really good contracts, like signing up on some good stuff.
Great, brilliant. Such a supportive friend, thank you. What's that shit that you do? I did actually speak to someone at the weekend.
I didn't want to say deals. That was the thing, because then it makes it sound really crude, and that's the only thing that's in my head. You had some really good deals. You had some really good deals, and I was like, I'm not saying deals. What is another word?
Partnerships, maybe?
Is that what you'd say?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't ever see it as
A job, a deal,
no
contract.
No,
It's very formal, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Because I'm all about collaboration.
So what? Yeah, would you say you just had...
got some deals in, didn't I?
That's what I think.
No, that's not what I
No.
said. No.
Okay, so what would you put it as then? Partnerships.
Yeah. Or I've converted some clients. How about that?
That's a good one, isn't it? Well, you've converted a hell of a lot of clients lately, haven't you?
Been busy bee.
Yeah.
What did we discuss last time we were on here?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh, okay. Just
Feels like it was a long time
what
ago.
I was going to say on the marketing front is I spoke to someone at the weekend and they were talking about, oh, yeah, so-and-so needs to do a press release. And I was like, well, you know who to speak to, don't you? They were another parent. I run a marketing agency. I'll help you. And he just went, yeah, marketing. And then silence.
Oh, God.
That's as extensive my knowledge of marketing is. That's why there was such a gap. I didn't know what to say.
Oh, wow.
Because he works in public service.
So you had no idea about marketing?
He just doesn't have much to contribute on it. I think that's the first time I've ever really stumped someone in a convo. I felt like...
I do marketing.
Is this
okay,
on?
then.
Yeah. I was trying to have, like, banter on it, and it wasn't getting knocked back.
Oh.
Pissing in the wind. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But at least he acknowledged it.
Yeah.
And how about you? How have you been?
All right. I've had an inquiry from Aberdeen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything back yet, but we'll just see. She was really keen and signed her NDA really quickly, and I was like, Aberdeen, I don't know anything about it, so automatically went into research mode and speaking to anybody I know that lives there or has lived there. Got loads of research and then nothing. So I don't know if she's still interested or she's not. I'll touch base with her this week.
I thought, did you have another inquiry as well?
I've had one for Chichester. Yes. So we will see what happens. But at the minute, we're beavering away on funnels and ads and lead generation, aren't we? Funnel fun with Franchal. So I'm working with this lady called Anshal, and I got her name wrong, didn't I? Because we were talking about franchise chat with Anshal, so I just went Franchal.
Franchal stuck.
Franchal is now stuck. But you always think... I don't think it's that rude. Is it rude to nickname her Franchal?
No, I mean, we could have said more derogatory terms, but
Yeah.
Franchal's pretty accurate. It's her name.
And she's doing franchise funnel.
Yeah.
Franchal, yeah, I think it works.
Oh, God. Yes, it's
So
been
we're doing
interesting.
funnels. I'm learning all about funnels, and it's a real head fuck. I know you don't see it as a head fuck. Or do you?
Do you know the bit that I struggle with is the journey of they get the sequencing.
Yeah.
This email followed by this, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this.
That was massive. So we created 25 pieces of content, thinking that that's what Anshal needed. But then she was like, but I need the emails as well to put it into the funnel. And I was like, oh dear. So I then went and created 25 emails to go along with the content that I'd put in. And you need a call to action in every part of the sequence, don't you? And then it was like, okay, so now we've got the sequence and the content, like blogs and different avenues that they're going towards. from each email. Now we need lead generators, and what are they? And I was like, oh God. So we've created a checklist.
Yep.
Like a franchise checklist for anybody looking into franchise and what they would need to do and the research they should do. Then I've created a franchise mastermind, just helping people understand everything there is to know about franchising. What else have we done? Oh, we've got the normal, like, Moos franchise sales document. And then I've got a score app.
Oh.
I know, this is quite exciting, actually, because I went to Ideas Fest.
Oh, yeah.
So Daniel Priestley,
Yeah.
who owns Score App, I absolutely adore him. I think he's brilliant and loved him on Diary of CEO. I've got his little book as well about the scorecard system. And he's recreated those old-fashioned, the tests that you used to do in, like, Cosmopolitan and all of that. It's absolutely brilliant. It's such a genius way of marketing.
Yeah.
And then you, like, for ours is, what sort of business owner are you?
Yeah.
Are you a franchise owner, empire builder?
Yeah.
Are you a great team player, like not ready to franchise yet, or not ready to open up your own business yet? Yeah, budding entrepreneurs, loads. And you can just just create your questions and set it so that whatever they answer leads them to a separate summary as such. Mm-hmm. So there's my four lead generators. Mm. And then you're going to help me create the ads to go behind the lead generators, aren't you?
Yeah, that's exciting. I have gone into full-on work mode and thinking, how do we activate this? How do we get in front of the people, the Katies, that want a Moos franchise?
Yeah, because the whole purpose is to bring interested people that would want your brand or it would benefit them in one way to sign up to something, one of your lead generators, to then go into your email sequencing. So then we can talk to our potential franchisees and nurture that sequence. So it's kind of automating the whole of the marketing journey, right?
Yeah, that's right. Now, the job that we've got to do next is generate more eyeballs at the top of the funnel. So at the top of this structure that you've put in place, to get them to work their way down the funnel so they shake out at the bottom and convert into franchisees. Yeah,
so then they're literally just contacting us. But what we've said is we've done all of the territory. It was so funny, wasn't it? Went to Wyboston. We trialled our co-working. Didn't go to plan.
No.
It wasn't the one for what we were looking for anyway. However, we did end up spending the afternoon by the lake, didn't we? And sitting outside, which was glorious. And I brought out my maps. So I could spend £4,000 on mapping my territories. Instead, we printed off a map of every county and highlighted the towns that Moos would work on based on population and gut instinct.
Yeah. Some of them we were like,
can we call a friend on this one?
Yeah, not sure. Or no, definitely no. I've been there. It's not, Yeah,
there was three of us with Yasmin, like going through all the different towns and the areas that we know, like the towns that we know of that would work. Hitchin being a prime example, maybe Ampthill, Harpenden, St Albans, Burko, all of that. That was really cool. I really enjoyed doing that.
I think it was interesting to see actually where the next place is going to be with the greatest amount of potential locations.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't where I thought it would be.
Was it not? Where did you think it would be?
Well, I thought it would be more closer to this way, but it's not.
No, it's not. Bedfordshire's not the one, is it?
Selfishly, really fucking annoyed about that.
It was Hertfordshire and surprisingly Wiltshire. And then I spoke to Helen, business partner Helen, and she lives in Chippenham. So she gave me loads of towns that she knows it would work.
I didn't know she lived in Chippenham. That's beautiful.
She said not Chippenham, but she gave me all the towns that are big enough that can house a Moos and that are affluent enough. And I didn't know that it's still an hour commute from Wiltshire into London.
Really?
Yeah, from Chippenham.
Wow.
Yes. And she was giving me loads of other places that are on the train line that I had no idea. So that was really cool, but it's surprising. Wiltshire, such a big county.
So I am now thinking, how do we get the greatest exposure and the most cost-effective way possible that's targeted towards Katie, which is your demo, right? In that particular area.
So we're going to do some test ads, aren't we, where we do like 2 ads per lead gen and see which one lands in different counties. So we're going to just test one county at a time, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, but we'll run 4. So if we run 4 ads with 4 lead generators, because you've got 4, right?
Yeah.
and then do split testing on each on the creative.
Right, okay, so like one video, one photo type thing.
One video, one carousel maybe, yeah.
Okay.
But how do we... The exciting thing for me, which is
This is where I freak out, because
I'm loving it. Like,
this is my squeaky bum. I'm like, okay, I can create all of this, I can see all of this, but for me, it's the images, the video, the content. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know
I'm excited for that, really excited. And I think it's that walk. We need to give the Moos experience and try and create that in an ad.
Amazing.
So that look, touch, feel, like as a client, when you walk into every single one, we need to try and create atmosphere, generate emotion from an ad. That's fucking exciting.
Yeah. Can you just direct me and tell me what I need and what content you need, and then you can do the rest, thanks.
Yeah.
We've got loads of video content of walkthroughs and stuff.
Send them to me. And then we can have a look and see. And it's about playing on your values. You've got milliseconds to make a first impression on an ad. So how do we do that?
Yeah. It's really cool. It is really cool. And I kind of feel like the legwork is being done, and then we can get to a point where we were saying about just turning on an area. So I only want to take on 3 franchises this year. Mm-hmm. I'm comfortable taking on 3, and I'm only selling 3 territories. So there is a limit to it, and there is not like a scarcity, but I want people to understand that, you know, we're picking wisely, and we're picking the towns that we need. And we're not just scattergunning it. It's not a scattergun approach.
No, it's targeted, it's strategic. But we need to be super careful on this funnel.
Why, do you think I'm going to get too much interest? Yeah. Do you?
Yeah. We need to be really, really tight on... I'd almost prefer to go tight on the targeting to begin with, because 3 is not a lot.
No, it's not.
You think about how many you've got to get in the top to shake out 3 at the bottom.
But I don't know what that is. How many do I need to get in the top to get 3?
Well, we discovered some facts and figures the other day, didn't we, about people that are on the franchise website, which we didn't know.
Yeah, true. 200 and something visitors.
You only need 3 of those to convert.
Yeah.
And you've got...
And that's without any ad, that's just SEO.
But you've got potentially 2 already. So we need to work out what your conversion rate is. Mm-hmm. And then we're testing, aren't we? We're piloting.
Yeah. But I can't believe that I'm 11 years in business. This is the first time I'm doing anything like this. But I suppose that's quite normal, isn't it? For a lot of businesses.
100%. I think you've had such incredible success with Moos to get this far without having to spend on advertising. That's huge.
But then also what excites me is that once we turn it off, create a wait list, and then just say, you know, we're not doing any more franchises, but put your name on the wait list and your location, and we'll get in touch as soon as anything comes available. Because I don't want to not give the service, you know, the overselling and under-delivering.
Yeah.
But then the thought of a wait list excites the hell out of me, because then that's my operational head where I go, right, I can build my team now.
Yeah.
How many's in the wait list?
Yeah. And how are we driving that demand?
But then, it is. But then the thought of just turning on an area and saying, right now we've done Hertfordshire, next is Wiltshire.
Yeah.
Because we know what the outcome will be. That's really exciting, isn't it?
But we were talking the other day, weren't we, about looking at the peak of the mountain going, I want to get there, and shitting yourself on the overwhelm of the steps in between.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was at with this whole funnel. Yeah. And funny enough, talking to Tracy, that's where she's at. She needs to do exactly the same process in her business.
Yeah.
And she's in therapy. Like, it can be used against every model.
Yeah. I just also think that you get too close to it. Like, you can't see the wood through the trees when you're on your own. I think that goes for if you're in a position, if you're in a team. You need that outside help to go, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Look up.
And it is that expertise.
Yes.
It's literally, it feels like if you're looking at that mountain, you've got someone coming along, hold your hand and say, I'll get you to that level. And then you'll probably need someone else to get you to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really special. It's really cool.
Is there anything that you would like to get off your chest today, Amy?
No, franchise fun.
Yeah, done. Tick.
I'll talk about ideas first.
Okay, go on.
Because that was fucking epic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so good. I really want you to come with me next year.
You've got a whole crew coming.
Yeah, I feel like me and Trace were there to scout it out.
Yeah.
But I want to take all my entrepreneur friends with me next year. Because I bloody loved it. The people were cracking. There was loads of stages with different speakers on for all different parts of business. There was a lady, Dani, Wallace, I think her name is, that had a whole tent, and she does loads of public speaking coaching. I found out she was Katie Godfrey's public speaker coach.
Nice.
But then my favourite was Daniel Priestley, because I bloody love him. I love everything he does with marketing and how he just understands people and just understands how to market to people and get the right result.
He also really simplifies it as well.
Yeah, his was a really good chat. He's really easy to listen to. And Simon Squibb. Oh, I love him so much. I want him to put a microphone in my face and says, "What's your dream?" And I'm like, "Well, I want 50 salons by 2030, Simon. And how are you going to help me get there?"
But you had some epic conversations as well with people, other entrepreneurs, other business owners.
And it's weird, isn't it? Because Tracy, she can be very holistic, and she's very much about what the universe is sending us, right? So we were there, like, I had my plan for the whole 2 days, and I'd highlighted all the talks I wanted to go to. I really wanted to maximise my time there. And we listened to Simon Squibb, that made us both cry, actually, just because he was such a good human and what he was doing. We were both sobbing. And then we went out, had a little mooch around, went to another one. I think we bailed on that, like 5 or 10 minutes in. It wasn't really what we were expecting. And then all of a sudden, the heavens opened. Like, absolutely open. It was hailing, like, it went mad. So we all went into the bar tent. Not everyone, because a lot of people were sitting listening to talks. In that bar tent, I met some of the most incredible souls that we ended up, like, really connecting with and hanging out with for the rest of the day and evening. So much so, I didn't go to any more talks. My plan did not work. But I met a guy that owns a solar panel company that was incredible. I met another really young lady, like, she's 25 from Belfast. A lot of people were there on their own.
Yeah.
She'd come over on her own, and she's got an engineering degree, and she's got a business installing EV chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Home and commercial.
Oh, God, she'll be raking it in right about now.
Kind of. She's building it, but she said because she's not like this big brand, you know, like, people don't know of her straight away. However, her and this solar panel guy who is an ex-tradie that got into solar panels, and he's done it with his brother and made an absolute success of it. Honestly, the chat between them, because they're both so passionate about sustainability and sustainable energy, and they were teaching us all this stuff about battery recharge and using your old battery from one car and charging your whole house and all of this. But it was so fascinating watching them, like, two completely different worlds, but having the same passion. That was really cool. I just met loads of people from all walks of life. So it was really good.
So the things, we've talked about it a lot. Like, we had a debrief, didn't we? Went for coffee, not for very long, but last week, to talk about how it was and see how each other were. I think what I'm hearing is it feels very much like the tribe that we can never find.
Yeah, it really is. And it's all people, all life, all backgrounds. And Tracy's got a few contacts in the finance and tech space from her old, like, life. And I ended up chatting to this guy who is a multimillionaire investor, you know, like, all of these things.
Magical.
It was really magical. It was really cool. And what was so cool about it is there was no pretentiousness. Everyone was just there as business owners. There was none like, you're worth this and you're worth that and I'm little and you're big. There was none of that.
Yeah.
It was like, how can I help?
Nice.
Everywhere you went.
Yeah.
What can I do? Apart, there was one area that was a bit like, look at us, we're amazing. A bit ego driven. But the rest of it was so cool. And Holy Moly were there. I ate so much of their guacamole. I did get a little bit drunk. Had to leave my car in the field and get a taxi back to her.
Cheeky.
But there was a guy who's created a business, and it's wine in a can. But it's craft wine made from northern Italy. That was really cool. And I was like, wine in a can normally tastes like shit. How come yours doesn't? He goes, it's really interesting that you've noticed that, because we have a special lining in our can that stops the...
It's a sediment, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he said that it reacts with aluminium, which is why it's better from bottles.
Yeah.
So they've put, like, this lining in their can that's still recyclable, but it stops that reaction. I was like, mate. And he was selling them for £5. Me and Trace kept like tap, tapping away. We'll have more, please. We had a lady put glitter all over her face. There was an area to do like your 60-second pictures in the middle if you wanted to. No, I didn't. There's like, the food was incredible. So it was like a mini festival. There wasn't camping, but it was in Pendley Manor, which was beautiful. And we went and stayed the night before, and we met Deborah and Deborah.
Yeah.
Who, one of the Deborahs owns the Deaf Village.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, Lancashire, I think it is, the Deaf Village. They were really lovely, and they were up for an award. I didn't know they were doing this award ceremony, and they won, and then they came and found us afterwards, and like, yeah, you know, it was really cool. I was 2 sheets to the wind. Is that the right? Is it 10 sheets or 2 sheets? 10 sheets to the wind. Yeah, I was definitely 10 sheets to the wind. I was having the time of my life in the rain, like after a 10th can of wine or whatever it was.
Wow.
But it was great fun. It was really, really good fun. And then the second day, we actually did do like some more networking. But what was nice is it's networking without feeling the pressure of networking.
Yeah.
You're literally just meeting and connecting and saying, hi, what do you do? And everyone's like, so that's the first question. Hi, I'm so-and-so. What do you do?
I love it. I'm excited for next
year. Yeah, it was
year.
really cool. So I'm going to take a whole crew of us.
Yeah. And we're going to stay for the last night.
Yeah, we got to go the night before because that was really lovely. We had a whole day of just catching up and chilling out. And then 2 days, but I wish I'd have stayed the night of the last day because that's when everyone would party, I would imagine, especially like all the events team and stuff.
Excellent.
There was a lady doing cold baths there as well. There was someone else doing cacao ceremonies and like a holistic tent with massage. I went straight in with the glitter and the wine.
Yeah.
Like, that's my type of festival. And because I was wearing a sequin jacket, I felt like I attracted the ones that like, oh, you're my cup of tea. I want to hang out with you. You're drinking wine out of a can. You've got your glitter on and you've got sequins and you're wearing leopard print. There was a few that made a beeline. Yeah. And Trace was like, here's one of yours coming in.
Coming in hot.
But it was great. It was really, really good fun.
Fabulous.
Yeah, lots of general chat. A nice chat as well, like
connection, isn't it?
Really good connection. Like, it's really tough, isn't it, sometimes? And then a lot of people were like, I know so and so that can help you with that, or actually I've got a problem with this and this. Do you know anyone? You know,
entrepreneurs, like as a breed, are so generous.
I think so.
Really, really generous at whatever level they're at.
Do you think it's because we know what the struggle is, so we want to help as much as we can, or is it just that creative thinkers?
I think it's a bit of both. I really do. But I think it's just a bit special, isn't it? Interestingly, we launched Winchester. You launched Winchester with Wildbird support on marketing. And I produced an end of campaign report, which I've then presented externally. And that went really, really well. I never talk about results, as I've said to you before, because why don't I do that? Probably a bit scared.
Yeah, but also social media results. A lot of people think they're putting money in social media and there's nothing to prove what they're getting from it. There is loads, but they just don't know how to access all of that.
Yeah, and it's also tying it all together. Like, don't just look at one. You've got to look at multiple analytics to make sure that it reinforces the message or not, and why not. So, interestingly, someone said after presenting it, does the franchisee know and appreciate the support that they've had from you, and will they want to work with you long term? I said, that's a really, really interesting... Have I told you this?
No.
So that's a really interesting question. And everyone that I was speaking to was an entrepreneur, is a business owner, has set up multiple businesses and launched, and things have failed and things have succeeded. I said, it's a journey though. You've got to remember that this business owner is month 1 at this point. And we've gone, here you are, this is some support, this is what you've got.
She doesn't know any different though.
She doesn't know any different. You can't afford support in your first year, really, can you? Not
I didn't get marketing support for a couple of years. And
it's also a journey that you have to go at alone, because you have to fall a little bit. You've got to figure out what works. You have to know your territory, know and understand your area. But if you can help someone in that moment, in year 1 or year 2, and just go, look, this might help you. Here you are, take it, have it. I think that's really powerful. Yeah.
God, massively. I never had any of that. I think Moos would be... Yeah, I'd be 2 years ahead if I had marketing input.
Yeah, but not if... I mean, the reason I share that is because I think if we always think back to our old experience, don't we? If I was setting up Wildbird and someone said, here's something to help you, here's something that you could do that would make a difference, not even marketing, anything, absolutely anything, I'd be so grateful for it. But are you grateful at the time?
I always see what you mean. So going back to, does she know, but also entrepreneurs being so helpful, kind of all comes in line, Yeah, because I'd be generous with my time.
Yeah, me
and I've
too.
already done it. I've said to Trace, like, let me help you. Let me sort out my funnel shizzle, and then I'll come and help you with yours.
Yeah.
I'm not going to charge. There's no payment for any of that. I just
But
want
we're
to
all
see her
learning.
succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it, actually?
I don't think when you're in it, when you're year 1, year 2, year 3, you're just fucking trying your hardest, aren't you?
Yeah, but she is that person that in 2 or 3 years, if I've got a franchisee struggling, she'll be the one that will say, let me help.
Yeah.
I know she will. Because that's the sort of person she is.
Yes, yeah.
Wowzers. But you got some clients off the back of that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fascinating though, because you were worried about sharing it, wasn't you? Like you asked if I minded. I don't ever mind anything like that.
I know, but I wanted you to be happy to share it. I've never done anything like that before.
But also, I think it puts your money where your mouth is a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're selling marketing or if you're saying what you do, when you have results like that, people are like, oh, they can see it. It's tangible.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a fucking idiot for not
quantifiable. Is that the right word?
Yes, yeah.
Not tangible. Tangible.
Tangible. It's the same.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So that was really cool.
That was cool.
And it also shows that it can be the same principles can be used across any industry, right? As long as you know the foundation, you know your avatar, you've done all the groundwork.
But that's all I kept, and luckily, so this, I mean, maybe it's unfair to say that people were converted off the back of that because I've known this group since January. So we are on month 9 of knowing each other. But it was by far the most engaged, the most feedback. Like, it was like, oh, now I get, like, now I can see what it means.
Yeah, because you're talking to people that don't necessarily know what marketing is, don't understand it, or don't have enough confidence in it, maybe.
But you forget, don't you? I think you forget what you know and what you take it for granted.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, there has been a lovely little influx off the back of that, which has been wonderful.
So are you going to create your online training?
So I have submitted in a competition for Fiverr to win some grant money. I don't know when I find out about that actually. Which, if I get that, then yeah, I will. But there's nothing stopping me filming it now.
There's nothing stopping you doing it now. I've just done mine for the franchise mastermind, but also I've done a career mastermind for the beauty industry, which I was saying to you earlier is a bit of a labour of love, actually, because this isn't a revenue generator, although it's the breadcrumbs, isn't it? Because it's like future-proofing in the respects that I want people to understand the opportunities that are in the beauty industry, because a lot of people think that you only go into it if you're thick or if you didn't pass any GCSEs or like you would never do anything else. They just see it as like I don't know, whatever it is, like it's a cast aside kind of industry. You're never going to make any money. And I actually talk about it because my dad said to me when I told him I'm going in the beauty industry, he just went, what an absolute waste of your intelligence. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you need to be a lawyer or something like that. You're too smart to be a beauty why are you doing that? I said, because I want to. And I said, but also, don't you believe that if you can be a success in any industry if you put your mind to it? And he went, no, it's an absolute waste of time. I can't believe you're doing it and I'm not going to support it. But then he only supported it when I chose to train in Henlow Grange because his girlfriend at the time's daughter had been training there, so then it was okay.
Oh, yeah. That's small thinking though, isn't
it? So, but my nan paid for all my kit because he wouldn't do it. He did take me there, though, twice a week.
That's kind.
Yeah.
So just on that, I have been talking last week to 18, 19-year-olds as part of some work with a client about getting them ready for their final year. And this will be the 4th time you've heard this story, so I'm very sorry for repeating it again. But it breaks my heart that I asked the question, who here believes that they can be anything that they want to be? And I'd say across 4 days, we had less than 10 people put their hand up.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, isn't it?
That's gutting.
It's so sad that they're not being inspired. Because why are people not teaching that are business owners?
Mind you, were you inspired when you were 18, 19?
Mate, I was already taken off over the world. Like, I was already going on ships. I was really inspired. But I knew what I wanted and how I was going to get there. But my dad was an entrepreneur. And I kind of had this hustle I was working from 13.
Yeah. I'd like, because I was working from 14, but I also, my dad runs his own business. My sister was running her own business, was surrounded by entrepreneurs, but I was shoved into, you have to go to sixth form, you've got to do these A-levels.
Right.
By year 2, these 18, 19-year-olds I was talking to, would have been me, I'd had a fucking enough.
Oh, did you? See, I went to college at 16 and then went off. No. I was working on cruise ships at 18.
I did not want to be there. And the sixth form that I was at was just pushing for uni. Pushing. I did all right in my first year at my AS level. Shockingly bad in year 2 because I was getting really fucked off. I was like, I don't want this anymore. I want to work. I want to work. I'd had enough.
Did you go to uni? No.
Went to Topshop.
Yeah.
I was working there already, but I was on a full-time position doing virtual merchandising. And then Mum said, why don't you go and be a weather girl on the telly? And I thought, yeah, I'll fucking do that. And then went for an interview at GMTV.
Wow.
Did you not? Have I not bored you with this story before? Yeah. She was so... Mum, obviously, she was a stay-at-home mum for a good while and then part-time working for Dad. I remember saying to her when I was really young, I really want to be a hairdresser because that's what my sister's always been my role model. I really want to be a hairdresser. And she said, oh, it's so ridiculous. We've already got one in the family.
Don't need another one.
Yeah. I was like, all right, fucking back to the drawing board then. Cheers, Mum.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then, again, Mum's influence. Why don't you go and do something on a telly, Nicole? Go and do something on a telly. And then sold the airtime on telly.
On telly.
But yeah, I feel bad. Like the 18, 19-year-olds weren't giving much back.
Oh, it's so sad.
But it's a funny old age. And then I think had I been in that room when I was 18, 19, would I have been the same?
I had an incredible lecturer. She was our lecturer, trainer at college, and she genuinely made me feel like I could achieve anything.
But we were talking to them about soft skills and self-awareness and values and what drives you. I don't know if they teach that.
No, it's all just that. It's all to follow the system, isn't it? Be a good student, get a good job, like get a good qualification, get a good job, and then earn decent money and pay your tax. And then buy a house and then live in that house and pay it off for the rest of your life. Like, it's the same, it's the system, isn't it, that we're all forced into. And I think entrepreneurs are like, no, I want to fight the system. I don't want to be the same.
Well, that's what, we were given a platform. I could have spoken to the young adults about, it doesn't have to be this way.
But you weren't allowed to.
No. Well, it's not my remit, it's not my business, it wasn't the brief either. But there's nothing more powerful than going, you don't have to do what they tell you
to. Little side notes.
There's another way.
Yeah, no, right.
And the hilarity is neither myself or Steve have been to university.
Did you tell them that?
No.
Yeah, it is interesting. And I think that's why I wanted to do this career mastermind, because I want to show the beauty industry. Like, hopefully you've chosen this industry for the right reasons, but these are your opportunities. Like, don't just think you're going to go and just paint nails for the rest of your life. Unless you want to do that, there are so many opportunities. And then I've done like pros and cons of different parts of the industry, different careers, how to get there, how to be employable, how to get jobs, how to sustain jobs, but also to use people's money. Like, if you've got your big, hairy, audacious goal, what is that? And what do you need to use? What do you need to learn along the way to get to that goal?
It's interesting, isn't it?
It's fascinating. I hope it inspires a few people.
Of course it will.
Even just to think a bit like bigger, rather than I'm just going to do my qualification and hope to get a job in a salon. That's great. But what do you want after that? And yes, you could just have something that's self-employed, works around your family, that's fine. But if not, you want to take over the world, like how are you going to do it? I'm in for the ride.
Speaking of like big, hairy, audacious goals, I had a tarot card reading week before last.
Yeah. Cake karaoke.
I think I'm going to win the lottery. Genuinely. If it's not the O'May's house, it will be the lottery.
Hasn't that been drawn now?
Has
I
it?
think so. Did you?
Maybe that's what it was calling earlier.
Oh my God.
0345.
Maybe it was. That would be hilarious.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So you're going to win the lottery?
Yeah, win a fortune. She did say at one point, I think you're going to get a surprise in like 3 to 5 days' time. Still hasn't happened yet, Kate, just saying. And I don't want to ruin it, but it's going to be something big. So I got off, and the card that she showed had a dog in it. So I went into Matt and I was like, are you going to surprise me with a dog? She said, because her point was someone that you love is going to give you this massive gift. It's going to be huge.
We've got another German Shepherd coming in.
Is there a puppy on the way, Matt? And he was like, absolutely no way.
Oh.
Right. Okay then. Must be something else. Oh, May's house. Here I come.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one as well. And mine wasn't quite as exciting as yours. I'm not going to win anything. But we both got the 3 years, didn't we?
Something big is going to happen.
Between us, yeah. Yeah, she said that you're working on something and as soon as it starts, it'll be really successful. And within 3 years, you'll have the abundance you're looking for.
What do you think it's going to be?
She said the same to you, though, didn't she?
She did, yeah, but she didn't say it was you. She just said a collaboration.
Yeah, she didn't know that I was friends with you. I don't know. I don't know whether it's a commercial property that we're in, just like mulling over.
Oh, that's a nervous little laugh.
It was,
Speaking
isn't it?
sometime.
Yeah, there's lots of things we're mulling over, but I also think the way that we've done all the funnels with franchise, I think this is going to turn a huge corner for us. Because we're working together, the more franchises I sell, the better it is for you as well.
Yeah.
And then the more ad spend, that marketing part. I think that collaboration between us is going to help the business grow, help your business grow, but also I think we're levelling each other up.
We are not even a year into Wild Moos as well.
Is it not?
No, it's November.
Wowzers. I mean, we should have recorded a few more, don't you think?
All right.
But we have made a deal, haven't we, that if we're not feeling it, we don't do it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah. And there has
Because
been...
there's nothing worse, and we've done it a few times, haven't we? We tried forcing it, and we're like, can we just sack it off and just have a chat about what we need to get out of our system?
I think it's always me, though. It's always me that's not quite where...
I don't know, you always come in, you all right? You sure you're all right? You look all right? You're a bit flat today. I'm like, thanks, I was feeling great.
You were a bit flat. I think it's because you didn't laugh at my joke as much as you usually
Maybe because you're not as funny.
Yeah, probably.
It's been nearly a year, Nick.
It's very thin. I think you might be right. Yeah, so I'll let you know when the lottery win comes in.
Thanks. Or the Cotswold house.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice. We could do with that, couldn't we? Like a really nice space to work in.
I don't know what the fuck I'd do with it, to be honest with you. So do you know what's making... I am wavering.
I do. We'd go and live in it.
No, we'd rent it out. Come on.
Would you? You've got to keep it for a couple of weeks, though, for us to go and work it.
I would have a party, yeah. And some come and co-work in the Cotswolds.
Yes, you have a room and ensuite. That's the dream. That's what we just spent the last hour looking for somewhere to go and work and have a little break. Found somewhere there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Next week, going to keep it secret squirrel.
Are we? What, in case it's
as bad as Wyboston.
In case everyone turns up. We're going away.
Yes, we are.
Wild Moos are going on tour.
We might record from there as well. That'd be quite
I don't think we will.
I'm really excited.
I am. I'm apprehensive as well.
What?
Because I've not left hope before, I don't think.
Yes, you have, but not without Matt.
Yes.
I think it's really important. And I think hopefully we found a little spot that works, that we can do a little bit of work from, a little bit of creative thinking, a little bit of spa, a little bit of dinner, a little bit of wine.
I honestly won't know what to do with myself.
I could help you fill the gaps.
Sounds exciting. I will ask again, what else have you got to take off your chest?
Working with shit companies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've moved fulfilment now.
Yay.
That's all happened. We did ask on the last one, didn't we, if there was any questions?
We'll do it, yeah.
So I've moved fulfilment, and now that I've actually moved and I don't rely on the previous company, I'm going to tell you what fucking Egypts they were. Can I say Egypts if I'm not Irish?
Well, yeah, if you were Irish, you would have said feckin' Egypt. But you can carry on.
Oh my God. I've never worked with a company that is so disrespectful of stock, of time, of everything. They basically they had no communication whatsoever, and then if we had a problem, like all of our stock got shipped out and it was all damaged, we just wouldn't hear from them. And then we was like, how do we make a claim? Then just nothing, tumbleweed.
Ghosting.
And then and then we would replace this stock, raise another order, and then I would say, you need to package this in the way that I've asked you to, please. And I was always really respectful, and it was that whole like, oh, there's teething problems, it's fine. In the end, I was like, I've replaced like 6 orders now in the last 2 months. Not once have you told me about how to make a claim. There was no systems and processes in place. And how can I scale my business if I can't even rely on this company? So I had to move, and it was an utter ball ache and cost me a small fortune. But you know what? It's been an absolute fucking dream. It is like night and day. This company I've moved over to have got an account manager, they've got customer service manager, I've got the warehouse manager that's asked me exactly how I want everything packed. It's just made life so much easier. I've not had one complaint, touch wood, not had one complaint about badly sent products. However, we have had a joke with Katie in Winchester because she ordered 1 bag of key rings, which are 100 in each bag. They obviously didn't see the description and it just said 1. So they've literally taken 1 key ring out and put it in a box. We've got a very similar sense of humour, but it's like she's got a wicked sense of humour.
Yeah.
So she ordered a 5-litre Soothe, which is like the biggest item we do other than the big boxes of wax. And they'd sent this 1 5-litre with 1 lowly key ring and then just filled the void next to it. And so she just sent me a barrage of gifts all by myself, Bridget Jones singing like... I've got what is it, 99 problems, but my 1 key ring in 1 and all of this. And she was just sending me all these messages one after the other. And it really tickled her that she was like this 1 key ring. It was so funny. And I didn't realise that she'd ordered 100. I thought she'd made a mistake or it had just slipped in. Like, I didn't think that they'd made the mistake. And then I went back to check her order and I was like, oh, you actually ordered 100 key rings and they sent you 1. That's even funnier. And then even funnier after that is I told them what had happened and said that it's 1 bag. So they sent her a bag with 99 key rings. They'd actually counted out 99 key rings because I don't even count them, I weigh them.
Yeah.
But I weigh them and then add another one in just for luck, in case it's a...
Just for luck. Just who the fuck are you? Let's chuck a penny in the fountain at the same time.
No, because it's plastic, not all the weights are accurate. So if you put 100 in, you measure it out.
I am totally with your process. What I'm not with is your justification. I'll just chuck 1 in for luck.
It's just in case it's not 100 and it's some plastic is heavier than others. So I just maybe a couple, like, yeah, that'll do. So I'm always over the weight, is what I'm trying to say, so that no one's ever underdone or undersold.
Yes.
Anyway, so they'd messaged me and said, you know that we've counted like 4 bags and they're all different amounts. And I was like, are they all over 100? And they were like, yeah, some are 100, some are 102. There's one that's 101. I said, oh, it doesn't matter then. It's because I weigh them. But they'd actually counted out 99 key rings.
Wow, the attention to detail on that.
But yeah,
I didn't even use this.
Great company.
Yeah, go on.
I'm really, really pleased with them. So if anyone needs a fulfilment centre, I can recommend them for sure in Northampton. But then also, it's that whole, like, when you're partnering with a company, when you're a small business, I think it's so important who you choose, isn't it? And then what you realise is everyone's felt the pinch lately, but there's some partnerships that I've got where I'm really feeling the pinch and it's affecting me and my business and the service they're giving me.
Yeah.
And it's really bothering me.
I think this really comes down to value alignment, big time. And I think as an individuals having the self-awareness on your values, still annoyed with myself that I waited until my mid-30s to actually figure out what they are. But when you have your business that you have built, you pour your values into that. And as you grow, the individual and the business get further and further away or disassociated. But that doesn't change the way that you operate. And I know that you've done great work on your values as Moos, which is so, so important. But if you don't partner, with the right business as a collaboration, that's where you get that friction.
Oh, it's so, yeah, exactly that. It's so difficult. So I'll give you an example of my wholesaler that I buy my product. So I really want all my products made in the UK. My blend is a signature blend, and we use their products that they've manufactured, and they've put my blend in them. And I have asked them a few times like over the last year, about different things. Not for me, that it's nothing like significant. So, for instance, the big 5 litre containers, I pay £1,000 a year for insurance just so that my products can be refilled. Mm-hmm. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
If you think my salon insurance is £350 a year in each salon, I pay £1,000 just for product insurance because I want all my products. It's like part of my values, right? Yeah. And I said to them, like, they provide a label, but the labels they put on are really difficult to get off. Like, you have to use soapy water to get them off. It's really annoying because they're cheap labels.
Yeah.
So up until now, I've always just sent them my labels and they've just put mine on. I just wait for a batch number and expiry date, and then I write it on and then send it to them. Because I'm only doing like 10 at a time in an order.
Yeah.
Or 10 of each product. Mm-hmm. So I send it to them. Obviously, when we get massive, then I will have all the labels printed with the batch number and expiry, and they will all be stored together and we'll use them. But I do all of this so that it's all within my insurance remit and that it's all the right way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I said to them this time, I need to place another order for 10. And I probably order 10 of each every 6 to 8 months, something like that. So I said to them about it. And the response I got was, we can't do it this time. Because we've had a few processes change and we can't do it. So, yeah, what'd you say? I can't remember the reason. So we'll just have to send them to you and then you'll put them on. So that means the product comes to me. I then remove their shitty labels, put my own labels on, and then I have to post it back out to Northampton, which goes against all of my like carbon footprint. Like, what's the point in buying in the UK? I might as well get it made elsewhere. Like,
why can't they send it to you without the labels on?
Because it has to be shipped with a label. But you know, it's not just that. They said to me, this is not what these products are designed for. Excuse me? She said these products are designed for bulk. They're not designed to be on display. That's why normally the labels don't matter. So I've got this young lady in customer service or sales telling me how to use the product.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 5 years.
Mm. But they've massively moved the goalposts, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they have. And their minimum order quantities have gone up. And anytime I've said anything, I feel like I'm the pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a burden to them. And I've said to them a few times, like, I feel like you don't want my business. They're making it really difficult. Mm-hmm. If you don't want my business, let me know. And she's like, no, but it's just the way the business is, and basically take it or leave it. And I understand with or without your energy, right? Yeah. But I'm still a customer and I'm still spending tens of thousands of pounds a year.
So what did you do?
I wrote an email to the owner and LinkedIn.
Yep.
Basically give 0 fucks. He responded. It was very generic. I appreciate his response. And I just said to him, like, I feel that I'm being shunned as a small customer, but I'm a small customer that could become big.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see me as important. But right now you don't.
Yeah.
So my 10 to 20 grand a year is not important enough for you.
Mm-hmm. And it's not what they say. It's not how they say
no,
it. It's how they've made you feel.
Thank you very much. And it's all very generic, not like non-committal. And I said to him, I want to give you feedback. I'm a business owner and I don't want to just be that customer that disappears, doesn't buy from you anymore, and then, you know, without telling you.
Yeah. And
he just went, our business has grown massively and we've had to make a few amendments and we can't do the same level of one-to-one service or something as we did once upon a time. Sorry you feel like that. Best of luck or something. And I was like, oh, so fuck you then. That was what it was. Like, thanks for your business, but you're too small for us. Is basically what I got from that.
Which is such a shame. But what they're doing is creating a gap in the market for someone else to come in. Because you won't be the only person that's feeling like this, because they have made a conscious effort to focus on efficiency and optimization.
Which I understand as a business owner.
Yeah, but they could spin it.
But the thing is, it's the same as putting all your eggs in one basket, right? What if that big company, that massive company that they're dealing with, or the massive 5 companies, the bigger they are, the harder they fall?
Yeah.
So if those companies go down...
Yeah. That'll be a lesson for him, right? And you've tried to help him see, and you've done everything that you possibly can to say, I don't quite agree, like, this is not...
It's not, for me, it wasn't that difficult just to put some labels on.
Yeah.
But it was the questioning of why I use those products. And I'm explaining it going, like, I've got the insurance to pay for this. You don't need to tell me what to do with this. Oh, I was really insulted.
Yeah. I think it's a real shame, real shame when businesses do
The
that.
products are the best. And I did tell him that if it wasn't for the fact that your products are the best ones I can get, I would have left.
Yeah, there's an element of being over a barrel, which is what happened with the old fulfilment company as well.
Yeah.
You were over a barrel with them.
Yeah, because it was the fear of moving all of that stock and that process. I was like, oh God. I have found another company for products, but it took me like a year to develop my products, at least. And it took me so many different tests. And I just think, I can't be bothered with it. I really like them. I don't want to try and match it. Can they be matched? But then also the other suppliers don't produce the oil, so I'd have to get the oil made there. But what I think this company I'm working with now want to do, I don't think they want to be in bottling. I think they want to be in mass production. And actually at Ideas Fest, I was speaking to a lady. No, it was a lady and a guy actually on a stall. He's built the hoppers. He's an engineer that's built the machine hoppers.
Yep.
You know, the ones that, you fill the bottles with. And the lady, one of the girl on the stall knew me. She was like, "You're Moos Skin, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yes." And she went, "I follow you. I really wanted to talk to you. I'm really pleased you're here." And I was like, "Okay." Like, considering Moos Skin followers are like, 200? I was gobsmacked.
Yeah.
But it's because she was talking about filling bottles and she was fascinating. And the guy on the stall knew the company that I'm talking about. And he was like, they are really shifting towards, they want people to buy, what you're buying is 5 litres. They want people to buy like 10, 20 litres and then fill their own products because they don't make the money in filling products because of the time and the equipment and labelling and all of that. They literally want to give you the big 10 litre drums and then you use something like this and fill up your own bottles. And I was like, oh, Martin, do you want to create like a conveyor belt? And oh God, I thought of it. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Bringing it all back in-house again. I don't want to do that.
No. I think you're definitely better off with a partner, aren't you?
Yeah, I just want someone to give a shit.
The thing is, they're just missing a trick, really, like from my perspective, this company. If they want to focus on that, fine. But how much of their business is this now? Can you segment it off? Or can you just teach your customer service team to pretend that they give a shit?
Yeah, I think
To
that's
protect
the
the
difference.
business.
Like,
Yeah, it's the
they're
emotional
not protecting.
intelligence.
I think,
No.
but it's coming from the top because his attitude was
it's
very
culture.
much like, well, thanks very much for your feedback. Sorry you feel like that. Glad you love our product. See you later.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I'm not expecting like red carpet, come and have a conversation. I'd love to get your feedback, although that is something I would do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. If I get a complaint in my business, I take it really seriously and I want to know how I can improve.
Yeah.
He was
comes
not
down to values.
Yeah,
again.
he was not interested in the slightest. Which is a real shame. It's a real shame because I don't want to move, but it is that being like held over in it by over a barrel, like you've got to do this or yeah, so that's really frustrating. But I don't know if it's just a point of we're in this like in the level of business I'm at now and like growing. I feel like the partnerships I've got around me are so important.
Yeah. Well, you're about to level up. We're going into player 4 enters the game and you're going up to level 3 and you will be able to access a different kind of service, different kind of providers. You will have more choice because you're bigger. You'll be able to play the market more freely.
Yeah, true.
But no one can see that opportunity at the minute because you're only as good as the orders that you've put in.
Yeah.
More for them if they can't see the opportunity.
Yeah.
There will be someone else.
I will do one more order and see how I get on with it. And see, because the next order I do will have to be bigger.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
You're going to give them one last opportunity. So,
yes, let's go into questions.
last time we recorded, we asked all of our 5 listeners what they would like to know. How can we help, was our question.
Yes.
Oh, the other thing also that we need to talk about is that you are about to speak at Professional Beauty North on Sunday.
I am. I've got a couple of speaking gigs at the minute. So yeah, I'm speaking at Professional Beauty North thanks to you and your PR skills. This is the first time I've ever been asked. You know, when a lot of the time you're going out there, like putting yourself out there, can I speak here? Can I do this? This was the first time I've ever been asked.
Oh, they're on it. They loved you. Can we have Amy? Amy, amazing Amy.
Thanks. So I'm talking all about franchising your own brand, buying into a franchise. And I'm really excited about it. Really excited. Going on with Todd as well.
I don't know if you are. I'm gonna try and pull something out of the bag.
Are you? I've booked a premiere in. You're welcome to come and crash me if you want.
Thanks. I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm really, really looking forward to how you're getting on. How are you feeling about it?
A little bit nervous, but but I've been doing so many presentations and slides, like I know it, and I know the information I've got is all in my head. I don't need to. I just need slides to trigger different parts of it.
Yeah.
So I've just done the whole online mastermind. I've done Katie Godfrey's mastermind with her crew the other day. So I have no problem with what I'm talking about at all. I don't know. I think last time I done one about waxing, and I had 4 people turn up, and I got myself in such a state to get to do this talk, and then I stood there and I had 4 people, and I'm like, I hope it's not the same again. I hope it's not the same. I've been asked to talk at Surrey College as well, a university, the Reading University, the business studies group, and that's a contact of mine. But randomly, she's asked me to go and speak to her class. She's like, I don't want you to get up at the lectern because it's university. She goes, I think it would be a bit intimidating, but I'd like to do a question and answer session with you and let them ask questions about your LinkedIn profile. And she goes, and how to maximise your LinkedIn profile. She goes, I'm doing loads of work with them at the minute about utilising LinkedIn. And I was like, mate, I use LinkedIn. She goes, but I think your content is really unique on LinkedIn. I was like, is it? I don't think it is.
It is actually. It's very authentic, yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where she's going with then, but she hasn't given me that word. But yeah, she's invited me to go and talk to all these business studies students.
You're getting out there.
Yeah, but that sort of shit is what I really love.
Yeah.
Because they're studying business, but they're being taught by people that have never run a business.
I know.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I know.
Because I would love to do that in the future. Like when I've actually got time and I've made all my millions, I don't need to work, then I would do that.
What, impart your knowledge on the youngers?
Yes. For people that want their own business, I would.
Oh, I'd love that.
I'd love it.
Little academy.
Yeah, like a proper business school.
Yeah.
I'll teach you your fucking margins as you need to know them.
I'll teach you your fucking margins, yeah.
But it's true because they're not learning that properly.
No. Young adults, no.
But also how to get yourself out there. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Imagine if we pull the resources together
of
all of our crew and we had like a proper business school.
So even if I could just take one... So when I was talking to the 18, 19-year-olds last week, we were talking about values, and Steve was talking about how he's motivated by money, but then actually gave the backstory behind it, which was formed when he was very, very young by his nan. And mine was, I said, guys, I'm not motivated by money. But if I can shift one of you from walking in this room to feeling slightly more positive when you walk out, that's me fulfilled. That really is. And then later on in the presentation, we talk about practicing your communication skills in a world that doesn't want to communicate with you. Yeah. Self-service, pay at the pump, all of that kind of stuff. So we encourage you to use your communication skills, have the self-awareness, practice those soft skills, blah, 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 blah. And then on day 2 or 3, a young lady came up to me at the end. I do a visualisation with them as well. So take them into a time machine, put them to next year when they open their results, and then ask them to step outside of themselves and take a photo of what that felt like and look at it every day. And she came up to me at the end and said, I loved that.
Oh,
she has made my month. I loved that. The visualisation was amazing. Everything that you delivered, really impactful. Thank you so much. And Steve and I were like, no, thank you. Thank you for telling us. Thank you for giving us feedback. And then on the last day, someone else said about, can I do work experience with you? Yeah. Amazing. But imagine if you could take those 18, 19-year-olds that had the desire to set up their own business and shove them through an academy.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh, my God. Maybe that's what's happening in 3 years. Right, should we go for a question? Okay. Regarding time for small business owners, after seeing poor service providers who market well do better in business than good service providers who don't market well, this is a clear sign that emphasis on marketing should overtake the efficiency and organisation for delivery of a service. This is completely backward in my opinion.
But the problem is, you could be delivering the best service in the world, but if no one knows about it, business isn't going to work, right?
And if you are a business of one, how do you service and market at the same time?
But isn't this a standard problem within every single small business owner?
100%.
Because they're creating a business on their values or what they want or the problem they're trying to fix.
Yeah.
But there's always an area that they're missing, whether it's finance, whether it's marketing, it's their weakest area.
Yeah.
So then just bring in someone to do it for you.
But this person's point will be they can't afford it.
Well, then you've got to figure it out.
It's like standing out from a crowd, isn't it? So they're basically saying the people that have got money to buy up these services, putting a veil over the service that they actually provide because they've got the cash. Whereas the ones that don't,
I get it, but I also feel like there's a bit of a mindset shift here.
Big time, yeah.
Where stop worrying about what anyone else is doing. Don't put your energy into that. Put your energy into what you're doing. Stay in your own lane. And if it's something that's not working, it's not pushing your business forward, then figure it out. Yeah. Is what I would say.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I've said this before, but so many business owners that are obsessed with socials.
Yeah.
Absolutely obsessed with socials.
Email campaigns. Do you know what drives most of our business? Email communication.
Your email stats are massive. Something to behold.
It's like a 55% open rate.
That is mad. It's 124% better than the average in 2023. That is insane.
And we're emailing to about 10 to 12,000 people across our business. I never know the exact number because some people drop off.
So the figures are great, but what does that tell us? That tells us that you've got a hugely engaged
But
audience.
It's consistent, and also I'm very particular. I don't want any sales in it. It is sales, like we talk about a product, but it's no hard sales. It's not like buy this and you're going to miss out, like that urgent sale. It's none of that.
No.
It's just pure communication. We talk about stuff that's happening in the team, so they feel it's all to do with community. That's our value, right?
Yeah.
So community, connection and collaboration. We have a whole section at the bottom of every email that is community led. Yeah. So if someone that comes into one of our salons has a business that they want us to promote that they think will help our clients, then we promote it for free.
Yeah.
Which everyone's like, you're crazy, you could charge for that. I'm like, I could, but why?
Yeah.
Because then that's all inauthentic.
Yeah, this is way more powerful.
Yeah.
So in answer to the question,
have a look at your marketing strategy.
I feel like this is all I say all the time. Your answers always lie in your target audience. Always.
Yeah, where are they? Because you might be delivering a premium service and the people that are going to the other companies might be happy with what they're getting.
Yeah.
It's not your problem.
No.
Your problem is to forget about that. It's a lot of wasted energy. Yeah, it's a lot of wasted energy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of businesses fall into that, like, oh, they're doing this and, well, it's okay for them because they've got all of this.
Yeah.
But that's so much wasted energy. Like, they're doing that. How do I get there? What do I do? What am I doing? Or how do I do it better? Because if you're just doing a good copy or replicate someone else's, you're only going to get what they're getting. How do you do it better? And if you're already delivering a better service, then you're halfway there.
Yes. You've just got to identify your differentiators and bring it to life.
Hope that helps.
I hope it does too. How do you find the energy to keep on going, especially when times are super tough or you can't see the end?
Oh, I really feel for whoever wrote this. How do you feel about that? Because you're in midst of baby still. I'm not.
I feel like, good question. So I feel like I've really struggled the past year, really struggled. And the things that have got me through to help me find the energy is you, as my tribe, is doing stuff that makes me happy. I always need to feel like I'm adding value or making progress. So having the self-awareness on what fills me back up and not doing the things that make me unhappy.
Yeah.
Like overthinking or procrastinating has been key. But I feel like I'm constant, because Hope is so young, I'm constantly saying, right, where does my energy need to be? But I don't get that clarity to think unless I've slept well. So I think there's some bare basics, sleep, nutrition, exercise. I'm probably only fulfilling one of these right now.
Yeah.
That enable me to have that energy.
Yeah.
If I don't have those things, I'm more likely to fall into bad habits or things that I know that aren't good for me, that impacts my energy. So it's the self-awareness of surrounding yourself with people, for me, that fill my love cup up.
Yeah.
How
But it's
about you?
also doing what you love. If you don't love it, it's a square peg in a round hole situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's forced. I love what I do.
Mm.
I absolutely love it. I've created a business that I wanted. I've created a business that I want to go to as a client. I'd want to work in as a therapist. I'd want to manage. It's a business that I want to do. Everything about it. Like, yes, it's tough. Yes, it's been really difficult. Sometimes I've had like the hardest conversation. Sometimes I've had the best. Sometimes I've, I've screwed up, and sometimes I've not.
Yeah.
But all of it, I absolutely love.
I totally, like, with love in your heart, you can do anything, right?
Yeah.
But for me this year, I've really found it hard to I felt like I'm having to reinvent.
Yeah.
Because it's been so challenging to convert clients. And I think I probably know why that's happened, looking back with hindsight. That's been really challenging. Really, really challenging.
Well, you've gone through loads of different phases with your relationship with Wildbird.
It's been really ridiculous.
Yeah, pivoting. Do I pivot? Do I not? What am I doing? Because you just didn't find your place, did you? Like, what you wanted to focus on and what you was
and
important to you.
I'm not even sure if I'm there yet.
I think you're getting closer and closer, and I think you've got. The thing is, when you're a small business, you have to adapt quickly, don't you? You have to be able to pivot, and you have to go, I'm not feeling this. This doesn't feel great. I'm going to go this way, and that's the beauty.
Yeah,
having a small business.
Yeah.
And you've got to make those mistakes or make those changes to then fall on the one that you really love.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think you're far off.
No, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing now. I really am. So, next question. This is the last one. I'm considering going self-employed, but I'm scared to make the leap. I'm not sure if I should do it or if I should stick in employment. How do I know if it's right? So,
I'd say push the fucking button and go for it.
And I would say take the leap and build your wings on the way down.
Yeah. I think I told you, didn't I, about my sister with franchise. Did I tell you I'd sold my flat in Southampton?
Yes.
And I said, I feel like I visualise it. I've got this massive button in front of me that's a big fucking red button. And I want to push it, but it means that I'm going to have to jump, and I'm putting all any savings I've ever had into this next business, blah, blah, blah. And she went, yeah, push the fucking button. And I was like, I'm in. I pushed the fucking button. 15 grand into Moos franchise. COVID hit. Fuck. That's the only savings I've ever had. Okay, thanks for that. However, it was worth it, and it will still be worth it. And the money is still in the business. I still haven't had it back yet. However, it will come. It will all happen, and it will all come. I feel like if it's in you, if you have that burning desire, as you would call it, if you have something that says, I really have an itch that I need to scratch, you're going to regret it.
Yeah. I tell you what was bugging me about working for someone else was I was going, I can do it better than them.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Why have they got to that? Well, I could do this better.
Yeah.
I want to do this for myself. Like, I think there are certain things that happen that push you further towards that. And it's knowing when you're at that threshold and when to change and adapt and take that leap. But there's always there's nothing to stop you doing both. You could do a little side hustle if you're in paid employment. It depends how big your risk barometer is, doesn't it? So you could do a side hustle while you're still in employment to really test how strong that desire is.
Yeah, but when you do it as a side hustle, you're still relying on another source of income, so you don't give it your all. Doesn't matter what you think, you will not be giving it your all until your whole livelihood or your family need that money. It's a totally different hustle.
Totally agree with that. I obviously set up Wildbird with a lovely redundancy package on me.
Yeah, but then you ran out quickly, didn't you?
No, I made it last a little while, but I don't think that I would have... I had a buffer. I always had a buffer. Yeah, it's only when it ran out that I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I've got a hustle now.
Yeah. I was hustling, but...
Not proper hustling. No. Like 20% hustling.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to... Because it's all... No.
It's so different when you've got no income, you've got no other choice.
Yeah.
You're on your knees, you've just got to figure it out. And actually, I think that's when you come up with the best decisions.
Yeah.
But when you've always got that backup and that buffer,
Yeah.
You're not going to give it 100. A hundy.
100.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
Well, that's been lovely.
Has it?
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it, although I really need a wee now.
Yeah. And next week when we get together, I think we should record.
Maybe a little tidbit.
Yay! Thanks,
Are we going to use this?
Oh, we are. Go on then, give it the clapper.
See you later. Thanks for listening.
Don't forget to give us a cheeky follow, wild_moos.
And if you've got anything that you want to hear from us, or if you've got any questions, please just ping us a DM. We'd love to hear from you.
And please subscribe.
Bye!